In the opening scene, we see something strange stuck to the underside of a bridge. Suddenly, it falls into the river and grabs the attention of the people standing around. Lots of people make their way over and start throwing things into the river to try and scare it away. Nothing seems to happen, and it appears as though the thing has disappeared. All of a sudden, a man looks to his right, and to his horror, he sees a large creature running towards him, knocking humans into the river as it charges forward. All hell breaks loose and people start screaming and run for their lives. We see a train passing by, and the passengers look on shock as they see this huge creature attacking humans. That's when it is revealed that the creature is actually an enormous monster which can move at rapid speed. Many of the people running decide to try and hide within a food kiosk. The monster comes charging through, trapping all the people inside. They desperately try to get out the other side, but it is locked with a metal chain. Two bystanders try to help and manage to get the doors open. People run out screaming as the monster chases after them. As a man is being attacked, two people throw a metal pole at the monster, but it becomes angry and chases after them. They run for their lives, but suddenly, we see a little girl who has been separated from her parents. The monster grabs the young girl with its tentacle and jumps into the river. Song can't believe the monster has taken his daughter as he sees the creature disappearing into the ocean. The Song family run a store nearby, and they can't believe they have lost their daughter. That's when it is revealed that for years, the US Army had been dumping chemical waste into the river, which led to severe mutations of marine life. As a result, a dangerous monster has been created. Later, we see the police arrive to seal off the whole area. They quickly take all the people who fell into the river and put them in quarantine. In the next scene, we see hundreds of people put inside a large restricted area, including Song's family. There we see his family crying uncontrollably as they see a picture of their daughter on the missing persons wall. They can't believe it and have a complete breakdown. Next, we see the monster taking people to an area where it drops them onto the floor. We realize that many of the people are already dead. However, Song's daughter, called Go, is still alive. We see her coming out of a hole in the wall. She picks up a bag where she finds a cell phone. She quickly calls her father, and he can't believe that she is still alive. He tells her to tell him where she is. She tells him that she is not sure, but she thinks she might be in a sewer, and then the phone dies. Song goes into shock and turns around to his family and tells them that Go is still alive. They can't believe what they are hearing and make a plan. The next day, they escape from the hospital and decide to search all the sewers in their town along the river. They search frantically with a flashlight until night, but they are unable to find her. They are forced to go back to their kiosk to rest and think of what to do next. As they sit there talking about what to do, to their surprise, when they look out of the window, they see the monster standing there. Bune quickly picks up his gun and slowly points it at the monster. When he takes a shot, he misses and the monster charges towards them. It knocks their kiosk over and is just about to enter through the top. Bune sees his chance and fires into its mouth and sends the monster backwards. When they make their way outside, they see the monster lying on the floor. Song's brother takes another shot at it. Suddenly it jumps up and makes a run for it. The family give chase, taking multiple shots at the monster. It soon gets to a bridge and jumps up while the family keeps shooting. The monster has been seriously hurt and is seen jumping into the river. Bune tells his sons he wants to finish off the job and asks them to give him their gun. He takes it and looks around for the creature. All of a sudden it appears behind him. As it charges towards him, Bune takes aim and pulls the trigger. To everyone's horror, there are no more bullets left. We see Bune telling his sons to get away and accepts his fate. We see the monster knocking him down and finishing him off before it jumps into the river and disappears. Song makes his way over to his father. He can't believe that his father is dead and is inconsolable. We then see him put a newspaper over his face and walks away. He takes one last look back before he leaves. He is unable to walk away from his father, and soon, the police arrive and arrest him for running away from the hospital. Song is then taken to a secure hospital where he tries to fight off everyone. An American doctor approaches Song and he tells him what has happened and that he needs to find his daughter. The doctor doesn't seem to be bothered and proceeds to analyze him. He tells the other doctors that he thinks Song is infected and they need to operate on him. While the doctors talk, Song overhears them and realizes that there is no virus in their town. The government officials are lying in order to cover up the origins of the creature. Song also has not been infected. This is just part of their plan in order to silence him. We then see Song being taken to the operating theater. Song sees his chance and quickly grabs one of them. He puts a syringe to a nurse's neck and tells them to open the door immediately. He manages to escape and soon begins looking for his daughter again. In the next scene, we see that mass protests are being carried out near the river. A large yellow device hovers over everyone, spraying out some kind of liquid gas. The government decided to spread some kind of poison into the river to kill the monster. Just then, we see the creature suddenly appear and make its way onto dry land. As it makes its way forward, the yellow device drops a large bomb of gas over the monster, which attacks its respiratory system. We then see the crowd running away, struggling to breathe. The creature is seen unsteady on its feet and collapses onto the floor. We see Song running over to the monster, believing that his daughter might be inside. He pulls out two children, and luckily for him, one of them is his daughter. His joy is short-lived when he realizes that his daughter is not breathing. He picks up his daughter and carries her in his arms as he walks away, totally devastated. We then see his family arrive on the scene. Their ears are bleeding due to the gas that they have inhaled. In the background, we see that poisonous gas is still being spread through the air and it is becoming harder to breathe. A deranged look appears over the family's faces and they decide that they want blood. We see Song attacking the monster with a metal pole, hitting him over and over again in the face. His brother picks up a canister of paraffin oil and launches it at the creature. As the monster tries to escape, Park throws more paraffin bombs at the creature to stop it from jumping into the river. When the monster comes to a stop and looks out, gasoline is poured all over the monster's body. Song's brother picks up another canister and is just about to launch it when suddenly, it falls out of his hand. Just when they think that they have lost all hope, Song's sister arrives with a bow and arrow. She dips the arrow in paraffin oil and shoots the monster directly in the head. The creature is engulfed in fire and screeches out in pain. When it tries to jump into the river, Song is already waiting for him with a metal bar. As the monster lunged forward, Song pushes the bar into his mouth with all his strength and kills him. As Song walks off thinking about his daughter, he comes across the young boy lying on the floor. When he looks over him, he realizes that he is still breathing. He decides to take the boy home with him as his family have been killed. Later, we find out that he adopted the boy and tried to continue with their life as best as they could. Later it is shown on television that the whole virus was a lie. It never really existed. In the final scene, we see Song sitting at the table staring out into the river thinking about his daughter. He suddenly hears something and quickly picks up his gun. Luckily it was just his mind playing tricks on him and the movie ends there.